Hey everyone, this is John. Over 2 decades later, we're still learning the ins and outs in massive piles of quirks of the original generation of Pokemon games. They were infamously a bug-ridden mess, so much so that things like Missingno were made part of the fanbase's meta-canon. But the basic mechanics of the game were thought to be understood well enough. Find a Pokemon, fight it until it's weak, and then capture it when its health was pretty low. Sure, there were debates about whether or not randomly mashing buttons or holding down and B would help on the capture rates, and it was much later learned that it did if you had tool assist software to help you learn exactly when button presses would mess with the RNG, but surely the basics worked as intended, right? Nope, turns out that's not the case. As Eurogamer covered in their latest Here's the Thing series, all of us original gen players were doing it wrong. Basically, the original Pokemon games used a variety of formulas to calculate the probability of actually catching a Pokemon. The formula would adjust for health, meaning higher health meant a lower chance of actually snagging the creature. But what was not actually known, however, is that in the original red, blue, and yellow versions of Pokemon, it did not matter if you got the Pokemon below 50% health, meaning at 50% health, the chance of catching that Pokemon was at its highest percentage. That hunt for legendaries in the first generation was fraught with peril. The wealth of potions consumed, the countless hundreds of Pokeballs expended in the process, that desperate prayer that you didn't get the critical hit at a wrong time, accidentally killing Zapdos instead of capturing it, and then the angry double click as you rammed the Game Boy's power switch on and off again. The memory of it still lingers, doesn't it? And all this time, you could have just left it at half health. The good news is, that formula was fixed in Generation 2 and onward, including the Red-Blue remakes. So it really was worth it to hit it into the red, sprinkle sleep powder, and rain Pokeballs on your intended godlike avatar of natural forces thereafter. And I guess for all of us young Pokemon players, even over 20 years later, ignorance really is bliss. And it only prepared us in the long run, so no hard feelings. So tell me, how does this make you feel? Feel free to take out your frustrations down in the comments. And remember to like and share this video and subscribe to our channel to keep up with the latest news in gaming. You're watching esports on PvP Live.